Hi guys! So, like I mentioned earlier this week, I went to the career fair today, and there are some things that I noticed that were really cool, some things I thought were really helpful about the event. I talked to some students and got their opinions on some of these things, and I also talked to some employers about what kinds of things that they look for in students when they come up to their tables, and how liberal arts majors fit into their companies and what kinds of careers are available to them. So, we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But before I went to the career fair, I talked to Katie Wysocki from the College of Liberal Arts. She works in the Career Enrichment Network, and she kind of helped plan the career fair. She's on a planning committee that helps put the whole thing together. So we're gonna see what she had to say about it and some tips and advice that she has for people before they go. So I think we're gonna start off with seeing what Katie had to say about it. So Katie's advice really helped me. Talking to her before I went absolutely was beneficial to me. I think preparation is necessary for an event this big, and picking a top 5 or a top 10 companies that you want to see is a really good idea. Tailoring your resume to them, maybe even coming up with a specific elevator pitch for that specific company and the jobs that they're looking to fill could be really helpful. If you would like to talk to Katie yourself or someone in the Career Enrichment Network, they're in the Sparks building, and I know they do things like resume walk-in hours if you just need help creating or updating your resume, and they also have appointments that you can make just like with anyone in the office to talk to them about stuff, and I know that that's really helped me in the past, so I would definitely recommend it. Katie also mentioned that there is an iPhone app specifically for the career fair that is helpful, especially if you've never been to one before, because it kind of lays out the whole BJC and where people are going to be, where tables are located. It has just some good information that I think could be helpful for anyone. You can get that in the App Store on iOS servers for iPhones or Androids and everything, and I would definitely recommend getting that before you go. While I was inside the BJC at the career fair, I had a chance to kind of stop some students as we were walking around and pick up some of their thoughts and feelings about the event, so we're going to take a look at those now. So while I was walking around today, I stopped at the Liberty Mutual insurance table and talked to a representative from that company about what kinds of things that they look for in students, what kinds of things stand out. Because, when you're seeing so many people in a day at an event like this, when there's constantly a stream of people trying to make an impression, it, I think, would be really helpful to know what kinds of things employers are looking for. So we talked a little bit about that, and I asked her how specifically liberal arts majors fit into careers at Liberty Mutual. She gave me a little bit of insight into that. And overall, I think it was really helpful. I would definitely. Overall, my experience with the career fair today was a very positive one. I think this is an amazing resource and opportunity for Penn State students, and I absolutely would recommend you try it out at least once before you graduate. I do have some advice just, from mistakes I've made and stuff that I wish I had known before I've done it before. I absolutely would bring more than one copy of your resume, maybe 5, 10, even more. And I agree with the advice that Katie gave us a little earlier about tailoring your resume to certain companies if you're especially interested in them. Even if you don't tailor your elevator pitch for specific companies, I would rehearse it a little bit, have a general one just about yourself. It can be kind of nerve-wracking, just walking up to random people you don't know and telling them about yourself for the first time. I also would recommend getting a portfolio, something like this, to hold your resumes in and just to take notes in that looks a little bit more professional than just carrying around like a spiral bound notebook. But yeah, absolutely go check the career fair out the next time you're here. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next week.